Hello everyone, this is Ultimate Number and welcome back for more Final Fantasy. So, it's been a while since I posted the last part and post actually recorded videos, honestly. If you don't count streaming, there was a whole bunch of problems going on with me for like a month now? Not counting the times I record post commentary or streaming, of course. Those were times where I had my piece, just not enough to actually record Final Fantasy. I just didn't have the motivation, or just wasn't feeling well enough. And I'm sure still trying my best to restore that positivity back. Anyway, I've decided we're going to the Chaos Shrine because I took a sneak peek at it and it seems tolerable for what it is, for being the final dungeon. Anyway, as you've noticed, we talked to those 5 bats, and it turns out those 5 bats are actually the Sky People that we've heard of from the Lufanian people. We step in here, and we travel back 2,000 years into the past, presumably year number 1, or whenever this game was made, minus 2,000 years. Well, technically this game was made in, before 2000, so we're, in year whatever AD, or DC, I don't know how it works. Is it BC, DC? I know it's something C, I know it's not AC. Anyway, I should probably show off my items and equipment, shouldn't I? We're going here with this equipment. It's not the best equipment stat-wise, but for Naito here, he has protection against Petrify and these. Nothing really more. He's just typical hard to hit this guy. Umber here, protected against everything. Well, every status element. As for elements, we have... Oh, I already resist thunders. Well, I already gave the Protect Ring to Naito because he needs it more. Whatever. Gave you Diamond Bracer. You resist everything. Yeah, you resist everything except pretty much ice. And poison. You... I never know what to do with you, honestly. You're just kind of there. I'm sorry, Furia. And off screen, I completed everyone's library of spells. It's not technically complete, even though everyone's full, it's not going to be the final. Because there's still one more spell I would really love on Haikiri and Umber here. Anyway, what I've gotten. Blizzaga, because you know I have to complete the library of spells. Scythe, because it's a generic... just a generic black magic attack with no element to it. Jeez, I cannot think today. And Break, I'm not sure how useful that's going to be. I think it might be useful for a certain boss later. It could have been useful against Tiamat. I think that's what he said. I should... Jeez, my English. Jeez, I know, English is my language, but I can't even speak correctly. You get what I mean. And then these two, because why not? They're just filler at this point. I might as well just see how useful they are. Haikiri here. I got Pray, which is basically Cure a Ja. I don't know why they do nothing, and then Ga, and then Ja. I don't know why they do it like that. Diaga, because I have nothing better to get. Inspire, that's going to be extremely useful. And Shell and Dispel, just going to see how useful they're going to be. Finally, Furia here. Heliga, because I feel like I need another Heliga user. In fact, I could make it so where Furia casts Vanish and Haikiri uses Heliga, because she has significantly higher intelligence than Furia here. But it's me. I gotta complete the library spells how I want it. Maybe you can play smarter than me if you're not a perfectionist like I am. Break, because like these are literally the only 3 spells Furia can learn in level 7. She cannot learn level 8 whatsoever. Items here. I forgot to show off that I actually have... Where's the damn thing? Where? It's somewhere here. I got the Zwill Blade from Ghosts. Yeah, it was right here. I did not show that off, but you can take my word for it. They have a 2% chance of dropping it. And I did not realize the Deathbringer casts a spell. What spell does it cast? Well, you'll see. I spent way too long chatting. So anyway, let's start talking about this place. Well, the Chaos Shrine here, in terms of, aside from just first encounter ambushes, because you know you always get that in every dungeon, we have purple worms, which are pretty much souped up sandworms, except they're not really earth elemental. They may look poisonous, but they're not. They're just no weakness, no affiliation type enemies. But they're really real douchebags in this hack, because if you know anything about Final Fantasy X, these guys kind of have a relationship with that. You'll see in a bit if they actually choose to cast it, that is. And I'm afraid for my life, because Naito is the only one who does not resist what it can cast. And yeah, as you can see, Wizard Staff is not working 100% of the time anymore, because oh boy, these enemies are like basically enemies we've seen so far on crack. Except not quite, because I can tell you right away that in the bonus dungeons have very much every enemy on crack. It's really unfair. I can't wait to see how unfair it's going to be in this hack, as I have not taken a peek at all in any of the bonus dungeons. The only real things I know is the amount of fun I'm going to have grinding for items from certain enemies, or even looking for the enemies in the first place. That's really going to be fun. Can this purple worm please die? Like, I know, Final Fantasy X, worms have way too much health. And if you hit them too much, they apparently swallow you. Yeah, if you don't... I'll say it. Those worms can cast... Those worms have a skill that basically eat you, and if you're unlucky, kill you instantly. It's called Wormhole. It's supposed to be unique to a certain boss we're not going to see yet. Also, remember my troubles with Death Knights? Well, now you're going to encounter like multiple of them here. And your best bet is to just kill these guys really quickly. I suggest using that Deathbringer you got, assuming you got one, because the Deathbringer actually casts... Well, let me set up everything first. The Deathbringer... Well, good thing these guys are evil, so next will... Yeah, it casts Bio, which Black Knights take like 1,000,000 damage from because they're humans, but Death Knights don't, even though they're humans. Makes total sense. Still though, try to kill the Death Knights first, because as we've seen in the Flying Fortress, they have a gaze that can instantly kill you. And I'd rather not them use it on Naito here, because yeah, he's gonna die if we don't take him out very quickly. It doesn't look like they cast it that often, but they will cast it, just believe me. Really? They don't take that much damage? Last I recall, every single Black Knight took like 800 damage or more. Some took like 1,000 even. Oh my goodness, why are these guys not dead yet? I don't think stun works too well on them either, which is really a pain. Is Thor's hammer better? Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Thor's hammer destroys everything. I really don't want to waste any MP. Then again, maybe I should, because, you know, I'm treasure hunting. But if I recall, Chaos Shrine does not have any treasure until you get to the basement. So why should I bother? I'm just fighting the enemies for the lulz. Yet another enhancer! We now have 4 enhancers. That means everyone can cast Temper, but we have Inspire, so what's the point? Oh boy, Dark Fighters. Please be careful of Dark Fighters. They're, like I said, they're Dark Wizards on crack. And if you know Dark Wizards, they're basically Astos on crack. But Dark Fighters are not really magicians, they're more physical attackers. At least in this hack, like 1 scratch and they do like 1,000,000 damage to you. Not kidding. Like, they can one-shot Naito. So take them out! Like, real fast. I don't know how much HP they have. I never mentioned why Dark Wizards aren't necessarily bad. Like, yeah, their spells do like 1,000,000 damage, but what really makes them bad is the fact that usually encounters with them, they always ambush you, and they all cast Firaga, which does well over 100 damage to everybody. Like, oh my goodness. Like, this is noticeable in the vanilla version because you encounter like 3 of them on floors like this. Even in the Ice Cave, you encounter like 2 or 3, which is really frickin' bad. Like, I cannot stand those wizards. Everyone hates Astos for a reason. I don't know if you noticed a theme with any of these floors yet. Ooh. Really? There's ghosts here? Maybe I can show off getting this Willblade. So anyway, here's Deatheye, or Phantom, or whatever these are called in the NES or Origins versions. These guys are rather infamous, not because of their eyes, but because of the rewards they give you, which is absolute crap. Let's see, what should I do? I suppose Thor's hammer. Who are you targeting? Oh yeah, you're Deatheye. Not sure who should be attacking what yet. I'm pretty sure I saved before. I'm not sure what these guys are capable of. Maybe Deatheyes have a gaze that kill you instantly. Maybe they love to do that in this hack. Well, they can cast Stop. Stop is basically stun, but on everybody. But did you see that tiling error? Or not tiling error, did you see that square sprite? The fuck? Okay, these guys have at least 6,660 HP, so... I guess holy spam, because I think these guys are going to take a huge toll from us. How much Inspire? Jeez, 80. Just keep attacking the eyes. I don't know if we can escape from these. Tiling error, why? Well, there goes the ghost. That's one problem out of the way. Wow, Furia does like nothing. This is an emulator issue. Stop targeting that. Why does everything target Naito? Do I have to give him the ribbon now? And maybe Umber doesn't get it because he dies from 1 hit from anything anyway? Is that what I'm seeing here? Is that what I'm noticing correctly? He's the only one with... He's the only one with life spells too, so I'm basically screwed. Okay, let's re-optimize everyone here. Umber, let's see, who's the least... honestly, Furia is the least important. Like, she doesn't really do much. She's really only a supporter. She's just there as anything. Stop that. So, yeah, you have Crystal Helm. This is also a Crystal Helm. Yeah, I'm giving you the ribbon. You get way too many things targeted at you. I just can't stand it. Let's see how we fare now. I'd rather not get ambushed, but let's see. Yeah, I'd rather not take 100 damage for no reason. I'll take this, though. Just one Death Eye. Just one. I'm gonna guess that these Death Eyes basically know every level 8 spell. I know someone who knows every level 8 spell, but I don't think we're gonna see them in this video. So, since I have nothing to talk about right now, I might as well talk about what happened during my absence. First off was sickness. I really should tell this story. It's gonna be so worth it. Anyway, at first, I don't know if it's really a sickness, more like, I don't know what you would call it, but I basically my depression got so into me that my right eye was constantly itching and constantly watering, like forcing me to rub it, couldn't help but rub it every 3 seconds. The only times where I could actually relax and take a break was a few hours after I wake up and just when I'm about to go to sleep. But any other time, I had to deal with my eye. Oh my goodness. Depression got so into me that it forced me to cry even though I'm not crying. It's just a tear waterfall. I don't know if there was any twitchiness or whatnot, but it was sure as it... No, it was that... The exact problem was that there was actually something in my eye. Or at least it felt like it. X-Zone, what? Everyone dies! Nope. Well, I mean, it looked like everyone died, but they sure did take a while to get up. Well, at least we've seen X-Zone. I doubt I would have casted that in my playthrough, anyway. X-Zone is basically death on everybody, banishes everyone to another dimension by sucking them in a black hole. Didn't we all used to have our rumors that if you get sucked into a black hole, you actually get put into another dimension? But that's not actually what happens to you. What really happens is that you just die instantly. It equals bad, that's all I know. Well, I know more than that. Now let's take a look at the bestiary to see what everything's made of. Look at that! 240 attack! Like, steroids much? There's frickin' War Mech. Why? There's Tiamat. Jeez, 30,000 HP. Oh my goodness. Okay, they're actually worth something in this version. Yeah, in the NES and Origins, in the vanilla versions, really, these guys give 1 experience and 1 gold. That's it. Nothing more. Like, they're just there to waste your time. Rainbow Shard. I'll be sure to remember that. Let's see, what was I talking about? Well, that was basically the end of my sickness 1. Oh, there's treasure. By the way, remember the loot? If you don't have the loot, well, how could you not have the loot? Like, this is where the loot finally comes into play. It opens up a ladder, just like we would with the Earth Rod. Oh, Princess Saria, we shall always remember you after we defeat Chaos. I wonder how she's doing. So anyway, what do these treasures contain in hard mode? It's dry ether, elixir. In the original versions, these chests contain like 1,000,000 gil. Well, more like 100,000 gil. I forgot to mention that the chests were actually changed. That's another thing. I want to stick around on this floor just a little bit longer, just so I can explain just what are the mechanics of this place is. So, I haven't really shown it in the first or second floor, but the third floor, well, first of all, the third floor is, in the vanilla versions, the best place for grinding, simply because of these green dragons here. Remember what I said about green dragons? They may be dangerous, but they give a whole lot of money and experience. Like, they're just the best dragons to grind off of. And in here, you encounter 3 or 4 of them regularly. Not rarely, just regularly, which is amazing. And if you're strong enough, you can kill them in 2 hits. And if you're even stronger, you can even one-shot them with your warrior or even your red mage. Obviously not in hard mode. Well, they're still not dead yet, so they may not be the best place to grind. But they do piddly damage to me, so I might take that back. This floor is not the poison floor. I'm not sure what you would call this floor, but I'm gonna say that this floor is like the evil floor, but everything is evil. No, well, let's just say this floor is, yeah, it's evil / dark / death is basically it. This floor is full of everything bad. Well, anyway, more sickness problems. Second sickness. I don't know how long it took me to get this, but I got sick again. I actually don't get sick often, but I had the usual stuffy nose. And I gotta say, it lasted far longer than it had any right to. Like, it lasted 2 weeks, which is very unusual. Normally it lasts like only 1 week or 10 days. No, this, 2 entire weeks. And even after that, I still had remnants. Like, my goodness. Also, I'm getting my ass kind of handed to me here. Especially since these dragons will not die. Might as well cast Healica. Couldn't even get it off. But at least we gained the level up. But yeah, it just would not go away. Can't remember my experience, sorry. Let's see, anything else? Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but... well, I don't know if I noticed it either, but... when I speed up, do you notice how the speed is kind of different? Or is it different at all? I really don't know, honestly. Let's be strategic here, actually. Notice how the speed up is different speed? That's because I actually installed a new OS, or not OS, I actually upgraded from 32-bit to 64-bit with the help of someone who was willing to help me. Like, I thank him so much for that. Like, it means so much to me. You wouldn't know. And my computer can now run stuff they couldn't before and just be generally better. Except I'm not really sure yet. It seems about the same, the only difference being that I can run 64-bit programs like Dolphin or even Game Maker and stuff like that. but still, it is still a benefit to me. Oh geez, that's really a whole bio did to us? Wow. Why is this guy not dead yet? Thank you. Those guys are honestly the last thing I want to see on this floor. They're not really good for grinding. They're not good for grinding. Can we please? No. No, we can't run away from them at all. We just can't. Save state. It's faster. No, thank you. No. Can we at least show what else is here? Preferably not that. Stall out, and then save state, and then wander around, because apparently that switches up RNG. Oh well. But, running out of subjects. Good. I will admit I did actually do stuff with the 64-bit program so far, running Dolphin, which is gonna lead to something else. Like, I sure am still supporting Chao Island, and I'm giving myself way too many... I'm giving myself way more projects. But I'm breezing through some of them, and I'm honestly having fun. Like, something amazing popped up. I was able to actually rip Chao Adventure sprites. I was actually able to use a binary viewer to rip all the zeros and ones and stuff and convert them into dots and squares, and I actually assembled Chao sprites to rip. Really frickin' amazing. Like, you have no idea how amazing it is to me. I'm in the progress of ripping and organizing sprites now, fixing any mistakes I may have done when ripping them in any other way. But yeah, it should be done, if I work at a reasonable pace, they should be done in relatively no time. Why is a certain encounter not showing up? I'll spare more details. I'll share more when I'm actually done with the project. Like, oh boy, I've said it many times before, and I'll say it again. I really want to do Chao. Most likely after this. I don't know if I can actually do it. Probably not. Because I still gotta do way more research there, too. Not sure what's better. Let's test Kira. Well, we wasted it fast. I'm not gonna continue running after this anyway. So anyway, enough rambling along. The other encounter, for the record, is basically all 4 elementals. All of them. They're all evil, that's why I called it the evil floor. Okay, this floor is the... Okay, this floor is the death floor. No, it's not the ice floor. This floor's the death floor. Basically. Death or stone, whatever is death-defying. I suppose these guys are death-defying. I don't know about that. But why the hell are winter wolves here? Why winter wolves? They're, like, not threatening at all. Well, here's dragon zombies. In the very least. Whack you with my staff, which apparently does... I forgot, Furia doesn't... Okay, question. Can they can the enemies detect if I'm wearing stuff or not? If so, that's actually unfair. That is extremely unfair. Like, so unfair you would not... I cannot comprehend how unfair it is. It's good AI, but... oh my goodness, it's still unfair. I still swear... I still swear, though, they target Naito more than anything else. Also, I may have forgotten certain things. Certain things in this dungeon. I don't know, I can't remember what your guys' weakness is. I know you have ludicrously high defenses. No, it's not thunder. I know it's not poison, because you guys are technically poisonous. Also, why is Haikiri attacking? She should be healing. I am a Dumas. What was I speaking about? I'll just say more problems I had. Problem number 3. Extreme depression. Like, even more so before the water tear fall eye that I had. Like, oh my goodness. Every day, every night, something was finding a way to bring me down. Here's the new enemy. Rios. As you can see, they're basically chimeras, except... yeah. The difference between a chimera and a Rios is that a Rios can actually turn you to stone in addition to breathing fire. For some reason. So it's best to take them out fast. Luckily, we all resist stone. I believe we all resist stone. I don't think Furia does, actually. I should optimize my equipment better, shouldn't I? I mean, yeah. I keep forgetting I can change equipment per battle, so I can just easily adjust to every battle. Is the Rios gonna die before it gets a chance to turn to stone? Of course! Because Final Fantasy is kind of mindless. And that reminds me, you may have seen it in the first video. I haven't recorded it yet. I will have to, because I actually forgot to. You may have noticed I actually have a different party. Or had a different party. I actually played through the Final Fantasy 1 just to reach Tiamat without actually slaying Kraken or Merilith. And sure enough, she actually responds to it. Like, she only mentions you've slain the Lich. Like, I'm surprised the game actually pays attention to that. Really nice. I actually used the Thief, which in this version is not that bad. Like, honestly. Just don't use it in Origins or NES, because the luck stat doesn't work. I highly recommend extremely highly recommend these in this version. Maybe in the hacks. Maybe you should replace Red Mage with Thief, honestly. Like, Thief is insanely good. Especially considering they have extremely high accuracy. They have higher accuracy than other classes, and you cannot raise accuracy. Just like magic defense. White mages have extremely high magic defenses, and so they're extremely precious for that. Mainly the things that were bringing me down, by the way, was things that are being brought up that made me feel guilty, and the lack of feedback. Any feedback I do get is disinterest, rudeness, and contempt. Like, oh my goodness. It is so bad. Oh, by the way, that staircase right here, I can't remember how to get to it. I might show it off in the beginning of the next segment, but for the record, there's no treasure, but there is a little Easter egg there. I will have to show that off. Okay. So, if you don't notice the theme yet, well, I've already explained it. Floor 3 was the evil floor, Floor 2 was the death floor, Floor 1 was the ice floor, This floor is the Earth floor. Earth floor, I wonder what that could mean later on. Furry resist stones, we're fine. Earth Medusas are so not a threat to us anymore, now that we all resist stone. Thank goodness I don't have to grind out iron nunchucks, or buy the elven cloak from them. Are you dead yet? Like, oh my goodness. I have like 3 elven cloaks from these guys. I think it was kind of funny. And I didn't get any there, so there we go. Gee, I wonder what else could be here. Could it be earth elementals? We all resist stone, so they are not threatening anymore. Not a chance. See, they die in like 2 seconds. Is there anything that's actually threatening here? Basculus. They can turn you to stone, but otherwise they can't do jack. So basically, what I'm seeing here is that every enemy is basically is free money, free experience, and free healing. It's a nice break. I might actually grind here, especially considering there's like so many of them. Like so many. Like I can just one-shot them. Just like that. I didn't plan for this to go long, actually, so I might as well... This is where I want to end it anyway. Well, not exactly here, but in a few steps. I might as well say the outro now while I have the chance, unless something pops up. In the next part of Final Fantasy, we shall plunge deeper into the Chaos Shrine. Ooh, Elven Mist. We shall plunge deeper into the Chaos Shrine, and hopefully stuff beyond there won't be extremely bad. Like, geez, if Tiamat was bad, I can't imagine what's beyond here. Luckily, I did grind find levels. Find levels. Yeah, find is a number now, just like derp. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.